Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Signature Moves presents the homicidal, genocidal, suicidal SABU, sir. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
No problem at all. Welcome to the show. How are you feeling today?
Pretty good. Not bad.
Yeah. What's the weather like in Phoenix?
It's beautiful. I'm in Las Vegas, but it's beautiful here. It's about 105 degrees, and it's beautiful.
It's overcast here in England, and it's been raining all day.
Oh, not here. It's been nice. It's been really nice.
That's it.
It's always nice here. I love the weather here. I moved here because of the weather.
Really?
Yeah. About 5 years ago, me and Melissa, Super Genie, we were going to move to LA, but I wanted to stop in Las Vegas first, and we stopped and ended up staying.
Okay. Never. Do you know what? There's no one in England that says, "Oh, we've moved somewhere else in England for the better weather." Do you, Dan?
Never.
We notoriously don't get better weather over here, Sabu. So, as you know, you've been over a few times. So, sometimes we get good weather, sometimes we don't. But it is what it is. So, guys, welcome to the live. If you would like to put your comments in the box under the comments.
I'm sorry about that.
It's all good. And we'll go through the photos one by one. We've got your video messages, guys. If you want to ask a question during the live, please do. If you want to purchase a photo or a card or anything like that during the live, please inbox Big Dan and we'll get that sorted for you. Okay? So, as we mean to go on, guys, we've got roughly around about 55 minutes in this live. So, we want to get everything done as quickly as possible and let Sabu get on with his day. So, we're going to go to photo number 1, Sabu.
Okay.
If you want to grab that and just show the camera.
Second here. Is this it here? Oops.
Yeah. That's the one. So this one, guys, is the one with the SABU armband. This is option number 1. So we will start off. The first one is for Stu, and that's STU. And he would just like to Stu, SABU, ECW.
This pen doesn't work that good. I got to do another one.
That's all right.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be. If the black one works, it's fine.
Let me try a different one.
Yeah, sure.
To Stu?
Yeah, STU.
That's a little better.
That's perfect.
Okay.
Lovely. Thank you so much. Okay, the next one is for Paul, and that's PAUL.
Is that number 1 again?
Yeah, we're just going to stick with number 1 for the time being, Sabu.
Okay. Let me try another color. Okay, now who's that for again?
Paul, PAUL. And again, just to Paul, and then Sabu, ECW.
There we go.
That's perfect. Thank you very much. The next one is for Chris, and it's CHRIS. And he would just like, that's it. Perfect. Look at that.
That one's too bright.
Love it. Love it.
Is that a little better? No. Okay, I'm ready. Sorry.
It's all right. That's great. The next one is for Mike, but he doesn't want it personalized. He would just like your autograph and ECW.
Gotcha. That's the way I like to do it.
Love it. That's fine. Yeah. So for the next 4 then, so we've got Dan, we've got Neil, we've got Adam, and another one for Mike. They just want your autograph and ECW. So no personalization with them.
Just a SABU ECW?
Yes, please, sir, if that's okay.
Yes, I prefer that.
That's absolutely fine.
There we go.
I love that.
Another one?
Yes, please.
And another one.
Perfect.
Okay, and one more. That's the last of these.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's all done. Excellent. Cool. Right, Dan, what we'll do is we'll go to picture number 2 in a minute. But if you want to put one of the videos up, that would be great.
Yeah.
What's that again? I missed it.
Do a video question for you, Sabu.
Okay, a question?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's from Martin.
SABU is what was John Cena like to work with, and did Vince and or John Cena
Am I supposed to see something?
downfalls and extreme as most of your matches?
So what was it like working with John Cena, and what was it like working alongside Vince McMahon compared to working alongside
Working with John Cena was actually pretty good. I liked him. He's a nice guy and pretty good worker. He's underrated because he's got a lot of jealousy about him. Vince, I guess I was impressed a little bit. He's a bit intimidating, and he works harder than I do. But because he's a fake, I'm not a fake.
Yeah. What was it like?
That's hard work, but you got to fake it.
What was it like with the difference between Vince and Paul Heyman?
Paul Heyman trusted what I did. Vince questioned everything I did.
Oh, no.
But Paul Heyman never questioned anything. He never gave me direction either. He just said, go out and do something fantastic or amazing. And I go, okay, I'll think of something. And then I'll do whatever I was going to do. But Paul never said, go out there and do this or you shouldn't do that or nothing like that. But Vince always did.
Was that because it was more national television with WWF?
No, it's because Paul trusted me and Vince only trusted himself.
Okay, fair enough.
Nothing goes on TV without Vince's approval. He's at the gorilla position right behind the curtain before they go through the curtain to go to the ring. He's right there giving them advice, giving them criticism. First one you come back to the curtain, you see Vince. The last one you see is Vince.
Yeah. What was obviously you just said he's quite intimidating. Is that intimidating when you've had a good match on TV and you walk back and Vince is there? Is that intimidating as well?
No. I was always I always knew I did a pretty good job. So when I got back to the curtain, if anything was wrong with the match, I know it wasn't my fault. So I'd walk through and he'd shake my hand every time. He never said, bad match, fix this, fix that. He said other people tell me to fix it or not do something, but he would never say it himself,
Okay. So he had
actually what he said to me when I met him after I had my match against Rhino in the first one night stand. Vince goes, hey, I've heard a lot about you. You're better than what I heard, and you're the best I've ever seen. But he didn't have my back, He let his stooges fuck with me.
Yeah, it's a shame. Shame that, but I guess that's just the nature.
But he was like they said, the devil comes at you with a smile and a handshake. That's what he does, a smile and a handshake. Pat you on the back and then talk shit about you behind your back.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Yeah, it's covered.
Martin, thank you very much for the question there, mate. Cheers for that.
Thank you.
We're going to go into photo number 2, Sabu.
Okay.
Got it. Which that one is.
All right, that's with Kurt Angle, right?
Yeah, that's the one. So, for this one then, the first one is for Nick, and that's NIC. And he would just like your autograph and ECW.
Got it.
Thank you. And then the next one is for Adam, and he would just like to Adam, SABU, ECW. That's it. And then the next 4 are just your autograph and ECW. Nice and simple. Perfect. And again, guys, if you want to ask any questions on here, that's absolutely fantastic. And again, thank you to the ones who sent in your video messages as well.
Okay, that's 4.
That's perfect. That's great. Thank you very much for that.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. Dan, should we go into a couple of questions that are online, please?
Yeah. So this one is from Stu. So outside of ECW, where was your favorite place to work?
Japan. Japan was my favorite place before ECW. It's still my favorite. Tokyo is my favorite city, and Philadelphia is my second favorite city. But Japan is my favorite place.
Who are the guys that you like to wrestle out there in Japan?
Well, I used to like wrestling Hayabusa, Mike Awesome, Rob Van Dam, Steve Williams, Gary Albright, a lot of and Tenryu and a lot of Japanese guys. And I like wrestling everybody almost.
Yeah, High Bruce is one of my personal favorites. What was he like?
Yeah.
Obviously, we saw, unfortunately what happened, but what was he like to wrestle, to work with?
He was good. When I got to Japan in 1991, he was just starting out. He didn't have a match yet. So he was assigned to me and my uncle to carry our bags and to wash our clothes and get our food, stuff like that, like our manager. So
Wow.
in return, I was helping him become a wrestler. So he helped us learn Japanese. I helped him be a wrestler.
That's incredible.
So when after a couple of years of him being Izaki, his regular name, Mr. Izaki, he went to Mexico for 3-4 years and came back as Hayabusa, where he had the new look and the new style.
Yeah. Wow. That's a great trade.
Yeah, it's a good story.
How was your Japanese after learning?
It used to be pretty good. It's not so good anymore because I got divorced from my wife. My wife was Japanese, but
Right.
I've been divorced from her for about 10 years. So I kind of forgot a lot of my Japanese.
Yeah. Do you reckon it would rekindle if you went back over there?
What's that?
So do you think you'd remember the Japanese if you went back over there for a tour?
Oh, yeah. If someone starts speaking Japanese, it'd start rolling back. But when someone says, hey, how do you say this or that, I forget. But if someone says it to me, I know what I can answer back.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's such a cool.
If someone else gets the ball rolling, I can roll with it, but it's hard for me to get started.
Yeah. I get it. It's same when obviously we've both been to Germany, and it's hard to switch on to German straight away. And if you can hold a conversation for a few seconds, good enough, isn't it? But no, that's awesome. Big Dan, another couple of questions, please.
Yeah. So this one's from Ollie. So, how did you mentally prepare for your barbed wire rope match with Terry Funk at Born to Be Wired in '97?
It was a last minute thing. It wasn't planned. It wasn't even advertised. We just went out and had it a week before our second pay-per-view. So there was no planning. There was no preparing. Paul said, one of these days you got to have a barbed wire match. I said, let's have it tonight. And he goes, oh, would you have it? I go, yeah. So we did. That was earlier in the day. So the barbed wire match was a last minute deal. It wasn't even advertised, not until afterwards. The videotape sold.
Wow.
So there really was no preparing for it, other than I'm always prepared for it.
Yeah. Man. See, over in England, if someone said, oh, you're going to have a barbed wire match, I'd say, unless they're deathmatch wrestlers, everyone would just turn away and not say anything.
I've only had 2 barbed wire matches outside of Japan. I had about 30 or 40 of them in Japan, and I had one in Puerto Rico, what I didn't like, and I had one against Terry Funk, and that's the only ones I've ever had. I've been had it very many in the States.
Yeah.
Not 2.
That's awesome.
I refuse to have muscle because they don't want to pay shit. And I don't want to dilute what I did,
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. Thanks for the question there, Ollie, mate. Appreciate that. Another question, please. So
this will be a video message. So this one's from Jimmy.
Okay.
What was it like working for WCW during the first year of Nitro? I know you weren't there long, but I'd still like to hear how it was.
The first, how they did it was I met Eric Bischoff in Japan about 2 weeks before the first Nitro, about 2 weeks before that. And when I got back home, Kevin Sullivan called me and goes, how much will it cost for you to do our first Nitro, Monday Nitro? And I said, I can't do it, I'm booked. He goes, well, how much will it cost you to do our second Nitro? I said, you don't have to pay me anything, just put me over, let me win. And he goes, well, we got to give you something. I said, okay, give me $500, then we'll discuss on how much I want from there. He goes, okay, so we do it, and then they only gave me $500, which that's what I asked for. But that was supposed to hold them off, and we're supposed to negotiate more money for the rest of the thing. So they said, okay, you're signed. Here's a contract signed. I go, what about money? They go, you're getting what you wanted. I go, what did I want? They go, you wanted $500 a match. I go, no. I said, $500 just for this match, and then we negotiate the rest of them. And they didn't want to negotiate, so I quit.
Wow.
They wouldn't budge a bit. They would not budge. It was $120,000 for the whole year. I wanted, a lot more than that.
Yeah. So they just assumed that you'd work for $500 a match under
Yeah,
contract.
I only wanted 500 a match. I didn't want anything for the first match. I wanted them to have the option of using me or not using me, not to have them locked in. I wanted to lock myself in by showing off. So I said, I'll show off for $500, but if you want me to show off again, it's going to cost you more than that. I said, well, no, you're not getting more than that.
Wow. And was that directly with Bischoff, or was that with like other members of the board, or is it?
I don't know. I don't know. Probably because when I got there, Bischoff goes, I hope you don't have the misconception to think we have a bottomless pit of money here. The money's running out. Because they're giving it to Kevin Nash and those guys and Hogan. And I didn't want their kind of money anyway. I just wanted decent money, and they didn't want it. It wasn't negotiable. And also, what was a deal breaker? Bischoff goes, I said, I don't want to be a junior heavyweight. He goes, well, no, you won't be a junior heavyweight. You'll be a cruiserweight. I said, same thing. I'm not going to be a cruiserweight. He goes, why not? I said, cruiserweight means I'll never be main event. He goes, well, so what? He goes, the main event's Hulk Hogan. I said, well, is it possible I can wrestle Hulk Hogan one of these times? He says, no. His matches were picked out for 2 years. I said, what about Sting? They said, no, his matches were picked out for 2 years. So I said, I can't wrestle the top guys? They said, probably not. I said, well, then I don't want to be here.
No, because obviously going from main event in
I wanted to wrestle the top guys. Even if they didn't want to wrestle me, I still wanted to wrestle them. And but if you're a junior heavyweight or cruiserweight, you're limited to the first half of the show. I wanted to be in the second half of the show.
Yeah, I guess you would have been classed with like Dean Malenko, Rey Mysterio.
Money in the second half of the show is better than the money in the first half of the show.
Oh yeah, that's fair enough. I don't blame you for that.
You paid on what position you are on the card. Yeah. And if you're main event, you make more. If your first match, you make less.
Yeah.
And junior heavyweights to cruiserweights at that time was only first match guys.
Yeah, I mean, I guess as a fan looking at the division with like Rey Mysterio, Dean Malenko, I mean, it was a great division, but obviously.
Oh yeah, but they put them on early. They weren't main events.
No,
They're main events. They're happy they got in after intermission, but I don't think they did.
No.
Not till later on, till Vince started using them.
Yeah, I mean, it's good that you knew your worth, your value, and what you could bring to the table. It's just a shame that WCW didn't do anything with you.
No, they made it pretty difficult for me. Like, they wanted me to break the table and all that stuff, but they wanted me. They didn't want me to tell anybody about it. Like, I had to go find my own table each night, and it was a table that wouldn't break. They didn't help me do anything. It was difficult.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And at that time, I was in good shape and I was in my prime. I didn't want to be slowed down by nobody.
No. It's great to hear that you knew your value and your worth. You know what I mean?
Well, I didn't always have that confidence, but I did after I went to Japan. My first 5 years, I was Terry Nobody. I wrestled like Dean Malenko, regular guy. And after that, my uncle named me Sabu the Elephant Boy after my 5 years. So my 6th and 7th year, I was Sabu. My 7th year, I went to Japan, but I never did my Sabu moves. I only did my first match moves. And I said to my uncle before we get ready to go out for our first match in Japan, I said, what do you want me to do tonight? What's different? He goes, do that shit in the backyard when you think I'm not watching. I go, what do you mean? He goes, you know what I mean? The stuff you do behind my back, I want you to do that now in front of me. So I did, and I got over it. And then that's the first time I started doing my table stuff and my crazy stuff. I never did that before, only in practice.
No, right. So
like 7 years, I followed the rules for 7 years. It was my time to make the rules. I did.
Yeah. So if your uncle, the original Sheik, hadn't pushed you to do.
Yeah, he didn't want me to follow the rules no more. He wanted me to make them, so I did.
Can't go wrong with that, can you? Really? That's ace.
Yeah.
Jimmy, thank you very much for the question there, my friend. Big Dan through online as well.
Yep. So next one is from JJ. I'll shorten it down because it's quite a long one. When you fell off the R on the Raw logo, as it should, it looked like no one caught you. Did you sustain any injuries from that fall?
No, I didn't get no injuries, but it knocked the hell out of me. I couldn't breathe. But when I went to jump off it, I was like here on the R. When I jumped out, it moved. So it moved. I went down instead of jumping out. I went down, and I hit one guy with my forearm, and like 10 guys fell over, but I didn't touch them. It was a mistake, but it didn't matter. You really didn't see me hit the floor, but I hit the floor hard.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It knocked the wind out. It didn't give me no injury, but I couldn't breathe for about a minute.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the question, JJ. We're going to go into photo number 3, Sabu. If we can.
Yes, that's this one.
Yeah, that's the one. So we'll start. The first one is for Adam, and he would just like to Adam, and then Sabu ECW. That's awesome. Thank you. Next one is for Neil, and that's Neil. And again, to Neil, Sabu ECW. Perfect. Thank you. Next one is to Martin, and that's Martin. And again, Sabu ECW. Perfect. And then the next one, sorry, is to Mike, and that's Mike, and then just Sabu ECW. Lovely. And then the last ones are just your name and ECW.
Yeah, the box didn't show up on time. It was a day late.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine. We scheduled a 1 to 3 day delivery. We sent it out on the Wednesday. It should have been Friday, but as cool. Thank you very much for that. Super. Right. Okay. Big Dan, there's loads of questions. I'll let you pick. John's got some. Adam's got some. Josh.
Yeah. So John has asked, what was your favourite ECW moment and time in FMW?
What's that again? I'm sorry.
What was your favourite ECW moment and favourite FMW moment?
My favorite FMW moment was my first match there when I first. It was my first match in Japan. It was 1991. That was my best memory of Japan. My best ECW memory would probably be the match with Terry Funk.
Cool. Nice one. Thank you, John. Good question.
Then going on from there, from Adam, what was the best match that you've been involved in?
A lot of them. I can't really narrow it down to one. I would say anyone with Van Dam.
Yeah. Do you think any match stood out for you that kind of put you on the map?
What was that again?
If you were to look back on your career, which, like, could you pinpoint one match where people stood up and noticed Sabu?
Yeah, my first match in Japan.
That was the one.
Sabu and the Sheik versus Horace Boulder and Mark Starr.
Got you. And that projected over into America as well?
Yes, that's when everybody started hearing about me. It was after that first match in Japan. They actually said, "What do you call your Arabian Press?" I said, "How about Arabian Press?" Like all the moves, like the names, the stupid names I have for the moves. The Japanese fans named them. I didn't do it.
Really? That's cool. What was it like working with your uncle?
They used to call me the Flying Magician. It was pretty funny.
Okay. Can you do magic? No. What was it like working with your uncle? Obviously, your uncle was the original.
It was hard because I did all the work, but I expected to do all the work, but it was pretty hard because I had to watch his back while I was trying to wrestle. Also, he's crazy, so I had to watch over him.
Yeah, absolutely. And did he kind of inspire you to wrestle?
Yeah, of course. I was his bodyguard for 20 years. When I was his bodyguard for 2 years, then I had a match, and I was bodyguard ever since until he didn't want me to be a bodyguard no more. But I was bodyguard for 20 years for him. So when I was about 3 years old, I remember watching him on TV, and I just knew that's what I was going to do. So I kind of geared myself from that day on almost to be a pro wrestler.
Did you have any other aspirations apart from wrestling, or
No, I wrestled in high school. I watched wrestling all my life. I studied wrestling after high school. So there's nothing. I played baseball and football now and then, but the only thing I did consistently every year was wrestling.
Cool? And that's the Olympic style wrestling style.
Yeah, amateur.
Yeah, amateur. Sorry, yeah. We in England we call it Greco or Olympic wrestling.
Well, it's called collegiate wrestling and freestyle wrestling. But I liked wrestling Greco, but it's upper body wrestling. We didn't have much of that where I come from.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's awesome. Yeah, thanks for you, Adam, for the question there. Let's go. There's one from Stu there. Dan, if you want to read that one out.
Yeah. So Stu's asked, how did you come up with your wrestling gear?
1 year, I seen my uncle said, he wanted me to dress kind of like a genie, baggy pants and stuff, but I didn't have no idea what to do. But I seen 1 year at Halloween, I seen a guy dressed as a genie, and I kind of copied that look. So then I ended up having my pants made, and then the turban I got from my uncle.
It's a very distinguished look, isn't it, Dan?
Yeah, when I first like in the early '90s, when I first started hitting the big in ECW, everybody was dressing like me. It was funny. Everybody had baggy pants on and shit. It was funny. Nobody looked any good in it. Only I did.
There you go. Did you ever think of changing your attire, or did you just think, you know what, it worked?
What's that again?
Oh.
Hello?
Oops.
You've gone.
Why have I gone there?
I didn't hear what you said, man. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I think Dan's just pressed the button.
Okay.
There we go.
Oops.
There we go. All right. Never mind. Yeah, I was going to say, did you ever think about changing your gear?
Do I think it? No. No, I got my look, and then I liked it. It fit my character.
Yeah. I can hear SABU's music. That's great.
Yeah, I mean,
Love it. Okay, we're going to move on to photo number 4, Sabu, if that's okay.
Yes. This one.
That's it. It's the one with the purple background. That is perfect. So the first one is to Gemma. That's Gemma. And she was just like Sabu ECW. That's perfect. And then everyone else who's ordered the same photo just wants your autograph and ECW.
Okay.
So every other last one is just Sabu ECW. Nice and easy. Perfect. And then done that, we will then go to another. Is it a video message, Dan?
It is, yeah.
Super. Thanks for joining us here on the live with Sabu.
What's that again?
Thanking everyone.
Almost done. One more.
Today.
There we go.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. So, video then, Dan.
No, so this one is from Stu.
Okay.
My question for you is,
What's that
what was
again?
it like working at
We're doing this
XPW
now.
after you left
Yeah.
ECW? Because we all know the reputation that Rob Black held in threatening wrestlers and what he did to Messiah. And following up, did Rob Black ever try and threaten you? Thanks for everything you've done. Keep it extreme. See you later.
Oh, thank you. I'm not sure what to say. I couldn't hear him.
Okay. So he said, what was it like working for XPW? And did you ever get threatened by Rob Black, or was he cool with you during your time there?
At the time, in the early 90s or the early 2000s, I had heat with him. But now we're friends.
Good. And what was it like working for XPW?
I didn't like it that much because it was an ECW copycat. You know, it wasn't original. It was okay for a moment, but I didn't like it as a whole altogether. I should have, but I didn't.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Right, we're going to move on to photo number 5, which is Scar's Silence and Super Glue picture.
Well, okay, what do you want me to do?
Picture number 5.
This
That's
one? Okay.
Perfect. The first one is Nick. He just wants your autograph and ECW on that. So no personalised, just your autograph.
Okay.
Lovely. And then the rest of them, again, the client, just like your autograph and ECW on them.
Okay.
So that we purchased those. I think that's arguably the coolest pictures we've ever had. It really is.
These are nice pictures.
Yeah. Perfect. And again, guys, if you've got any questions, then please put them in the comment section below. And SABU just finishes off with option number 5.
One more. There we go.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Right then. Dan, another question. Please.
Yeah, so this is a video message from Jess.
Okay.
Ask you a question, please. What was it like working in TNA, ECW, and WWE when you came and invaded it? And how was it working with John Cena? I've been a big fan of you for many years. You are one of the greatest ECW legends of all time. Thank you very much.
Thank you. John Cena was cool to work with. I liked him. ICW, I think that was pretty cool. That was Dallas something. Yeah, ICW was real cool, right? Scotland?
Dallas in Scotland, yeah.
Yeah, I liked working there. That was cool.
What was it like working in TNA?
Not really. TNA was a cheap WWE, and I didn't like wrestling for WWE because they were not ECW. ECW was my favorite place to work. That and FMW.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine. Thanks very much for your question there, Jess.
Thank you.
That was everything that was answered for you. Let's go. We've got another couple of questions.
Yeah. So this one's from Adam. So your barbed wire match against Funk in '98 has become infamous. Terry once said that the ending was changed. Do you remember what the original ending of the match was planned?
Yeah, the ending of the match was that he was supposed to pin me, but I couldn't roll him on top of me because we were stuck in the barbed wire. I was trying to roll him on top of me, and I couldn't do it. He was hurting him too much, so I just pinned him.
Fair enough.
It didn't matter who won because we were going to lose the belt the next week anyways. Shame. It didn't matter who won.
Was that ever a thing for you? Did it matter if you ever won or lost a match?
Yeah, I had a lot of problems with it. In the beginning, not a problem at all. I'd put anybody they said over. After a while, after about 10 years, I said I'm not going to do it, and a lot of times I didn't. Sometimes I did, but a lot of times I didn't. I said no just to say no. I didn't say no because I had a reason that I didn't want to do it.
Yeah, fair enough.
I was kind of what you call testing the waters, see how much I could get away with, and I got away with it.
Did anyone kind of say no? You've got to do what we've asked you to do, or did they just leave you?
No one that I know ever threw a bitch. Everybody always wanted to do whatever I wanted to do.
Fair enough. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. We're going to move on to photo number 6, SABU, if that's okay.
Okay, that's this one here, right?
That's it. That is the barbed wire chair and some massive nail in your mouth. So the first one is to James, and it's James, and he was just like SABU, ECW.
Okay.
That's awesome. The next one, let me just move that one out of the way. Next one is for Michael, and it's to Tiny Mike. Tiny Mike and SABU ECW. Awesome. Next one is for I want to say John. Yeah, John, and he would like to John, and then your autograph and ECW. Perfect. The next one is to Nathaniel, and that's NATHANIEL. And that's SABU ECW. And then the next one is to Mike, MIKE, and just SABU ECW. Perfect. And then the last ones that are there are just SABU ECW. Perfect.
That's it for those.
That's great. Thank you very much. Okay, Dan.
Yeah.
Any more questions?
So a question's come through from YouTube. What was it like in your little stint that you had with AEW?
What it was like in AEW, it was pretty cool. Everybody was friendly, and they acted like they were happy for me to be there. You know, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, the crowd pops massive when you were announced as the referee.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It felt good.
Was that all from Jericho, or was that from other guys like obviously Jerry Lynn?
Jericho. Well, everybody was nice to me, but Jericho was the nicest. He's the one that called me.
Yeah. What was your reaction when they said that they want you for a spot on the pay-per-view?
I wasn't that surprised. See, I was talking to Jericho a few weeks before that, and they were playing at the Hard Rock Cafe. Him and Folly, his band.
Yeah.
And I said, "Hey, I was going to come down and see you." He goes, "Hey, I got something in mind for you. I'll call you later this week." I said, "Okay." So I didn't go see him. I just waited for him to call me, and that's when he broke it. He said, "Hey, we're doing a thing Wednesday. Would you come in and do a run in and set up for the pay-per-view?" And I said, "Yeah."
That was cool. It was completely unexpected as well.
Yeah. I was going to come by and visit him at the Hard Rock here in Las Vegas. But then he goes, "Oh, don't worry. Don't come down. I'll talk to you later this week." So I thought he was giving me the cold shoulder, but he wasn't. He just wanted to talk to me in private.
That's awesome. Do you think we'll see a bit more of SABU in AEW?
Yeah, it was cool. I liked it.
What was it like backstage compared to, obviously you've worked everywhere, so TNA, WWE?
Well, there was no tension backstage because when he said, "Hey, would you come in? You can do anything you want, as much as you want or as little as you want." So there was no pressure. That was great. You know.
That's cool.
With WWE, there's pressure of Vince watching you and pressure of Vince judging you right after the match. You know.
Yeah, and I assume that Tony Khan isn't like that.
Well, he wasn't like that with me. He was a pretty nice guy. He was a really nice guy. Yeah.
I was gonna say you always hear like good things said about him and his knowledge for the business, his respect for the business. So it's nice that we still get to see you on TV.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We enjoy.
Yeah, I heard that they go, yeah, Tony Khan's a mark. He's bringing in guys he wants to see wrestle. Why not? So what is a mark? Who isn't really? You know.
I was going to say we're all marks for wrestling. We all love it. So
mark is not a bad word. There's nothing wrong with being mark. Shit.
No. Over in England, we call them straubs.
What's that?
We say in England, the word for marks is straubs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. mean, it means exactly the same thing. It's just a really shit word. Okay, right. This is the last photo of the night. So this is the SABU picture from AEW. Jess has asked if you could put to Jess, follow your dreams. If
All
that's
right, to who?
Jess, Jess. If you
Follow your dreams.
follow your dreams, and then SABU ECW.
Oh, I gotta let my dog in.
That's all right.
Come on, buddy. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. It's fine. The next one is to Dan, and he would just like to Dan, and then ECW, SABU ECW. That's perfect. Now, on the last ones, everyone has asked if it's possible to put SABU AEW because it's the AEW picture. Is that okay with yourself?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
They paid me pretty good, so I'll write that.
And again, guys, if you have any questions for SABU, we can put Tony's up. Dan, that's a nice comment for SABU.
Yeah. So this is more. It's less of a question and more just a thanks, really. Just wanting to thank you for putting your body through hell you did just to entertain your wrestling fans. I've loved watching your career. You are a true icon in wrestling and made growing up awesome. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for noticing. I appreciate that. I very, very much do. Thank you.
Nice one, Tony. Good. Keep them coming, guys, if you can. That'll be fantastic. We've got about 10 minutes to go.
Did you want me to finish signing these?
If that's okay, that would be great. Perfect.
That's a $2,000 suit I'm wearing.
Really?
Yeah.
I hope Jericho paid for it. Can't go wrong.
There we go. I got to sort these out a little bit before I give them to you. Oh yeah, we still got the action figure to sign.
Yeah, that's fine. We can do that off the line. It's fine. Don't worry.
Okay.
It's fine. The cards and the figure we can do offline. It's fine.
Baseball cards.
Yeah. Don't worry. We can do them offline.
Oops. Okay. These things?
Yes, please, if that's all right.
Okay.
So they just need your autograph and ECW on them. That's fine. I just want to share a quick story with you, SABU, if I may. I shared it with Rhino on the live that we did last month, and it was when we were all in Germany. It was with a company called German Hurricane Wrestling, and you and Rhino were the main event in an extreme hardcore match. But at the beginning of this show, a wrestlers parade where everyone came out to the ring. We all got to the ring, and the announcers announced everybody one by one, and everyone kind of took it in turns to go into the center of the ring, do their taunt, and everyone applaud. I was in that parade, much as yourself and Rhino. And when I went in the middle, it was crickets. No one knew who I was. I felt like just, the world just needs to eat me up. Two people that clapped was Rhino and yourself. And I just, from the bottom of my heart, I just wanted to say thank you. Because
I respect anybody because of the honest effort. Even if the people don't buy it, I do.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you because it was one moment in my career that I was like, I don't know what I'm doing now. And to see someone of your stature and of Rhino's stature just stood there clapping, it just kind of chilled me out. And I just want to say thank you for that.
Right on, man. No problem.
So yeah. Nice moment. Nice moment. We're going to finish off with a couple of questions, guys, if we can. So,
did you want me to just sign these?
yes, please, if that's okay.
I'll do it while you're talking here. All right.
No
Right.
worries.
So next question is from Adam. So any memories of your matches with Bam Bam Bigelow?
Yeah, I had a couple with them, and they were all good. I loved wrestling him. He was very stiff guy.
How agile was he in real life?
Very. He could have wrestled more like me, but he didn't have to. He knew that he's a heavyweight. If he does junior heavyweight moves, they won't look at him the same. But anyways, he was awesome to wrestle. He was really light on his feet, easy to maneuver, and easy to go over a match.
Yeah, because there was a group of them. Like Yokozuna could move, Mabel could move, Bam Bam Bigelow could move. There was a lot of big.
And, he wasn't as big as Mabel, but he could move better.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? Do you? I was going to just say, but it's gone. Right, we're going to the next question. Sorry.
So, who is your Mount Rushmore of hardcore wrestlers?
Sandman, New Jack, Van Dam, and Tommy Dreamer.
Nice.
Mikey Ripwreck.
Well, that's cool.
Pitbull and Gary. Just about everybody.
Everybody on the ECW roster, Stu.
Yeah. All right, I got those signed.
Sweet. Thank you very much.
All right, we still got the action figure.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just SABU ECW across the front of the panel. Awesome. Thank you so much for that.
No, I in the same box, and there's a address thing I already paid that. I already set for it.
I'll set that up for you. Yeah, no worries.
Okay.
Don't have to. No problem. Right, we've got a last couple of questions, guys. If you can. Adam's got a good one there. Let's wrap that one up.
Okay, yeah. Who hit harder, Funk or Foley?
Funk.
On purpose?
Yeah. Yeah. Especially when he headbutts you, he really headbutts you. And he looks like shit, but he hurt.
Did you ever get stiffed in the ring by someone and you thought, hang on, you're taking the piss here?
Not really. Anybody that was really stiff to me was somebody green who didn't know any better. The veteran guys, they weren't very stiff.
Yeah. Did you ever need to give any receipts during a match just to kind of tone them down a little bit, or?
Oh yeah, a lot of times Van Dam had we had to calm each other down. But a lot of times it was like slow down, and because we forget, we'll start going too fast and too hard.
Yeah. No way. Right, guys. We're gonna bring the live to an end in a minute. We're gonna let Sabu, if you've got anything that you'd like to promote or put over. Please do.
I don't like promoting shit, but I got a Twitch channel, which is the real Sabu at Twitch, whatever it is. I do every Tuesday, but other than that, I don't have nothing to promote.
Wicked, no worries. Well, listen, Sabu, it's been an absolute honour to talk to you and chat with you and pick your brains over the last 50 minutes or so. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. From the genocidal, suicidal maniac Sabu, from me, Big Dan, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you later.
Thank you. I appreciate it.